Welcome. We are live. Welcome to today's conversation. Super excited, as always, to see you here for a great chat about crypto. Bitcoin demand to 10x within 12 months, according to Michael Saylor. Lots of big things to discuss today, from Bitcoin to altcoins. A massive word of warning after two crazy incidents that I want to share with you, and how to know when to sell. Very important topic to discuss. Got a few fun facts to share on that briefly. And of course, shout out to everybody joining on the live conversation, whether here on X or on YouTube. Shout out to you guys. Of course, if you are listening to this later on the Apple or Spotify podcasts, welcome as well. Of course, we are back now streaming live. I've been off the live streams for a few weeks. And in case you're wondering, why does the voice sound a bit croaky? Well, long flights are exhausting with children. I'll just say that. But we're back. We're streaming. It's a good time, and I'm happy to see you here. So, without further ado, let's just jump into it. Let's look at a chart, man. Let's see what's going on with the charts today. Oh, we got to do some presenting here. We gotta share our screen here so we can see that chart, of course. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. Let's get that chart up on the screen here. So, Bitcoin. Been doing things, guys. You've probably noticed. Currently trading over $37,000. Feels good. Feels good, man. Doesn't it? It's great. It's great. Now, the monthly charts, we're looking at the monthly charts here. The monthly charts have shown some pretty incredible movements here, really, for Bitcoin, the entire cryptocurrency market. Many altcoin charts have been going absolutely insane. I know we're talking about Bitcoin right now, but the real action over the last few weeks has been in altcoins, as is always the case. If Bitcoin moves 100% from here, back up to, well, I guess 100% would be into a new all-time high. They'd be around mid $70,000 range, whatever. But if we saw 100% move on Bitcoin right now, your altcoins would go multi-hundreds of percent. It's always the case. Bitcoin's the slower moving horse, but it's the more dependable horse. Altcoins, you never really know. Even the best altcoins, you never really know. You hope, but you never really know. That's why Bitcoin, guys. That's why Bitcoin. Anyway, have had some beautiful moves here for Bitcoin after the market slump, of course. Beautiful rally, came back above the 50-month EMA, came back down for retest of that. And that last monthly candle, what a thing of beauty, man. Took us from $27,000 all the way up to about $35,000 by the end of the month. I mean, that was a true October. And I know we were talking about it, but man, October was real. I love it. Now, let's get into some real bull talk. And that, of course, is Michael frickin' Saylor, man. This guy is the Bitcoin Chad of Giga Chads, isn't he? His Bitcoin play, by the way, of like MicroStrategy buying huge amounts of Bitcoin. Well, that play is up by like about $1.2 billion, of course, in unrealized profits because Michael Saylor's not selling. I don't know if Michael Saylor's ever going to sell that Bitcoin. But man, oh man, he's up big time in profits, whether realized or not. And at some point, somebody's going to notice that on Wall Street and go, why didn't we buy Bitcoin? Why is this guy dropped $4 billion or whatever into Bitcoin and he's up $10 billion in profits right now? Why didn't we do that? Come on, Apple. Come on, Google. You got billions of dollars sitting there. Go buy some Bitcoin, guys. You're lazy, Apple. Go buy some Bitcoin. What are you doing? Anyway, MicroStrategy co-founder emphasized the demand for Bitcoin will significantly ramp up following the halving next year. He says, I think that this is because in the next 12 months, it's going to be big demand on a monthly basis, should double or triple, or maybe go up by a factor of 10, anywhere from 2 to 10. Pretty broad range, to be honest. And the supply available for sale will be cut in half in April. Of course, Bitcoin halving, so close. It's crazy when you think about it. Bitcoin halving so close to happening. And we have this ETF news, which largely going to line up with it all happening anyway. So, man, oh man, we could be in some very, very exciting times in the cryptocurrency markets if things haven't been exciting enough already. Now, 10x the demand, I don't know, 2, 3x the demand sounds probably more realistic. I don't want to get overly optimistic here. I love being overly optimistic, but I need to try and base myself more on reality. It's better for my portfolio when I behave like that. Even a 2x, 3x in demand is going to be massive because you have to realize right now, without spot Bitcoin ETFs in America, which of course the world's biggest equity markets, we are still seeing all kinds of new highs for all kinds of stuff, new amount of wallets. For example, this one. Check this chart out here. This is and there are now about 82,000 addresses that hold a minimum of $1 million US worth of Bitcoin. This is up nearly 3x from January when it was just 28,000. That's an interesting chart, isn't it? Bitcoin's made so many millionaires. It's wild, 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 wild. All kinds of demands coming in. We are seeing huge demand from retail. We've covered all these things before about how retail buyers alone are covering more buying of Bitcoin than miners are able to produce at the current levels. That's not family offices, not institutions. It's not the big boys, just retail. And in only a few short months, the supply that miners are able to produce and dump into the market is cut in half at a time we see demand continuing to rise. When demand goes up, supply keeps decreasing. What happens? The price goes up. That's what happens. At least that's the theory. That's the theory. Well, we also have a Bitcoin ETF decision. Could be coming, of course, any day. The SEC needs to make a decision on 2 spot Bitcoin ETFs by next week. It doesn't mean that they're going to do that, though. We know how the SEC is. They're a bunch of cheeky monkeys over there, aren't they? They may just keep us in suspense until January 10th, which is when ARK Invest's final deadline comes. By the way, I see a lot of you guys asking questions here in the chat. Save those questions. We answer your questions at the end of the news segment. So we'll blast through some more news stories here, and then we'll be answering your questions. So make sure to hold on to those questions, guys. I see some great ones coming in here, so I will be coming back to those or ask them again in 15 minutes or so when we get to the Q&A portion of the stream. Anyway, let's continue. So the SEC has some decisions coming up, but we could just see delays once again. We shouldn't assume just because there's a deadline coming up that they're going to actually do anything about it. Remember, they get a first deadline and a second deadline and a third deadline and a final deadline. The whole process is kind of ridiculous, if you ask me, but that's what we have. Now, before we get into the big altcoin news, just a quick note. If you are a cryptocurrency trader, get yourself an account over on BYBIT. It's best damn place to be trading cryptos, man. So if you want to do spot altcoin, they got you covered. You want to do futures contracts, they got you covered. Copy trading, they got that too. And as a limited time offer, link in the description, by the way, for this, they've got a lucky draw going on with $1,000 worth of prizes, including iPhone 15, Apple Watches, all that kind of stuff. And of course, the usual $30,000 bonuses apply for, that's up to $30,000, by the way, depending on how much trade, how much you deposit. So go ahead and check it out if you are a trader. Now, this is a chart that I like. This was shared by El Crypto Prof over here on X. He says last 2 times in USDT dominance clearly broken down under the 50 EMA line, 50-week EMA line. We've seen a strong altcoin season. That happened like 2 weeks ago that he posted this. So since that time that he posted this, we've seen some very strong altcoin moves. And if you want to take another barometer for the general sentiment and health of the altcoin markets, another one from El Crypto Prof, this is the ETH chart. He says, don't let the ETH chart out of your sight. When Ethereum goes up, altcoins go up. Last time ETH closed above the monthly SMA 20, the simple moving average 20 month line, was in 2020 when Ethereum was $200. That was the start of the altcoin run. It's now happened again. Altcoins are moving. Altcoins moving. Of course, that's where the big money is being made. And it's very fascinating. Here's an idea I want to share with you, is that there are so many altcoins out there from the last cycle. Look, there's a lot of stuff from the last cycle. I want to be very, very clear. A lot of stuff from last cycle, which is not coming back. It's gone to zero. It's gone. Or maybe it hasn't gone to zero. Maybe they're not gone, but they're not going to do anything. There are still coins from like 2017 that are still out there. They're still trading. Nobody talks about them. Nobody cares about them. You need to find the coins that have the narrative, that have the communities, that have the strength, that, you know, have people behind them. Because here's the reality. Here's the reality. Price going up creates narrative. People get interested when the price goes up. People like strength. They follow strength. That's just how markets work, man. Anyway, here's an interesting thought for you. A lot of these coins, let's take Solana as an example. Solana's been going up like crazy, and it's, was it $60 now? I haven't looked at the chart today for Solana. Let's say it's 50, $60, right? Solana at 50 or $60 is technologically and partnership wise superior to Solana when it was, what are you up to, $250, something like that? Think about that. Think about that. The all-time high price. And this is for a lot of coins. Chainlink, same thing, right? Chainlink at $55 is not as good as the Chainlink today at 14, $15. The Chainlink of today, more partners, more technology. The Solana of today, more partners, more technology. And that repeats across many assets. Avalanche, same thing. Injective, same thing. And of course, I'm throwing out the names of some of the big winners recently, the ones that have been gaining a lot of traction because of those reasons, because they are builders. These are the builders. These are the teams who have been putting in the work. These are the ones that are now showing dividends for that work, right? They spent the whole bear market building. And so 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever, when they had their all-time high prices, they weren't as good as they are today. These assets are actually now better. Crazy perspective for you, right? Okay. Here's some interesting one for you. Solana has flipped Ethereum in daily active addresses. Fascinating. People are coming back into the Solana ecosystem. Again, price is driving narrative. Price is going up. People are getting interested in Solana. Now there's airdrop farming and stuff like that people are chasing around on Solana. People are going after Solana NFTs, different stuff like that. Money's out there. It's looking. It's finding narrative. Money brings users back on chain. People are going to start doing stuff with their Solana. Now we have the wealth effect coming in. We have people that bought Solana at $10, $20, $30. They now feel rich. So now they're going to go out and do liquid staking and complicated, gigabrain DeFi stuff. And that brings more activity on chain, which continues to elevate the price, which creates more wealth effect, et cetera, et cetera. Round and round we go till we don't. Till we don't. That's the important part. Don't forget about that, guys. Holy cow. That's the part that'll get you. Yes. This, by the way, TED Talks Macro was the inspiration for the idea behind the superiority of some of these things. When we see the, these assets that are trading now and are in so many ways so much better. He was talking about Solana specifically in this one, but I think it applies to so many of the different cryptocurrencies that we are seeing right now, whether it be AVAX or a lot of the others, or like Illuvium, which we're going to talk about here momentarily. In fact, let's talk about that now. Illuvium. Here we go. Epic Games brings Illuvium Web3 game to its 180 million players. Now, again, Illuvium, another one. Same story, right? Back when Illuvium was trading before, back in the day, it got up like $1,000. Was it more? I don't even know. It was like $1,000 more, $1,500. It was crazy. Crazy. That was without a game. No game, no players. Fast forward through the bear market. The Illuvium team has been building. Beautiful game. Beautiful game. And now it's coming out. Huge. I think there's 1.5 million people on the wait list to play the game. That's been for a while. And now, of course, they're getting it out to more people because they're partnering up with Epic Games. The current price of Illuvium is $75, $80, something like that. Again, I don't have the charts in front of me right now, but that's approximate, right? So the question is, was Illuvium better at $1,500 at its all-time high when it didn't have all these potential players that it was actually going to release a real game to? The game's here. It's live. People have been beta testing it for a while now. Again, the current asset is better than the asset was relatively when it was at its all-time high. which is a fascinating idea. By the way, I do need to mention I own Illuvium. I actually bought some more Illuvium recently. If you ever want to see a full disclosure of all the cryptocurrencies that I own, the risk, of course, of investing in cryptocurrencies, guys, this is risky asset class in case you hadn't figured that out. And of course, all my venture investments, you can find a link for that in the description of this conversation. So go ahead and read that if you want to know. Have a nosy and see what is in my portfolio. But yes, I do own Illuvium. I think it's a beautiful game, and I think it is going to have a great potential in this bull run. I think gaming is going to come back in a very serious way. We have some incredible games coming out in the near future. Illuvium is just one of the many coming, to be honest. And then, of course, we have the framework building all this stuff out. And Avalanche, for example, going crazy in the last day or two. That is something that's getting a lot of gaming attention. Now, as Jesus points out here, we have Merit Circle. I also own Merit Circle, by the way. Farmed a bunch of that back in the day. I'm sitting in my farming rewards because I think it's going to do some things, man. Anyway, AVAX in particular, they built out subnets. Now, subnets basically allow games, whether it be off the grid or there's a new one similar off the grid called Shrapnel. Merit Circle, they're building a subnet called Beam. Avalanche is enabling a whole new world of scalability and trying to tap into this gaming world in a very serious way. If they can successfully do that, it's huge. Can bring a lot of people on chain. Remember when we had Stars Arena for like a day or two and then it collapsed? Those are good times. But Stars Arena, it's a very small SocialFi app, realistically, in the big scheme of things, had a few thousand users or whatever, but it drove massive amounts of transactions on the AVAX chain. And of course, AVAX is a deflationary cryptocurrency. They have a burning mechanism. So as you see these games start to take off, as you see all these other things start to take off, again, Avalanche is one of the coins that is technologically better today at 15 or 18 bucks, whatever it's trading at. And again, I'm not saying to run out and buy all this stuff right at this very second or anything like that. You know, be sensible, dollar cost average in. You guys know the deal. Look for pullbacks, all this kind of stuff, right? But the reality is, Avalanche of today is a lot better than the Avalanche of 150 bucks or whatever the all-time high was. We have more technology, more partnerships, right? So this is the general vibe that I want to convey here, is that coming out of this bear market, we see the builders have done incredible things. Some teams have not. Some teams have closed up shop and walked away. That's fine. I understand as bear market. And this is part of crypto investing. Not all your investments are going to turn out well. Many of mine don't. The thing is that the ones that don't, well, you know, say la vie. But you got to focus on the winners. The ones that do turn out well in crypto turn to do very, very well. And that's the thing. The winners in crypto can be so big that it makes the losers, you know, they still suck, but it's not as bad because, hey, you had one coin that does a 50 or 100x, and yeah, you lost, you know, some K or whatever over here on these other coins. Not the end of the world, right? Some more bullish posts on Avalanche here. We're not going to dive into those. Avalanche Gaming, like I said, big potential here moving into the future. And look, there's so many charts that look like this. Again, for these stronger altcoins. Again, not every altcoin is going to succeed. But if you look at this beautiful Chainlink chart, by the way, beautiful Chainlink chart. Crazy. It's up at 15 bucks now, 16 bucks almost. That's nuts, man. But look at this. We had basically a 1.5-year accumulation period for Chainlink. And I started accumulating like right back over here or something like that. Luckily, I got a nice Chainlink bag secured before things started to take off. Of course, we covered that here on the channel. Hope that some of you guys took advantage of the low-cost Chainlink while it was still available. Hopefully, of course, we get a nice pullback at some point, and I can add a little bit to that bag. But a lot of coins are looking like this. We're seeing a lot of altcoins breaking out of their major accumulation patterns that had been going on for a long time. Now, does that mean that things are going to only go straight up? Absolutely not. That's never the case in crypto. We can have major pumps, of course, but there's always brutal, vicious, savage, monstrous, despicable, delicious pullbacks. So be ready. Be ready. And of course, Chainlink, again, technologically superior to what it was at $55. CCIP's a game-changing piece of crypto technology. If you want to read about that, go and read about it over on thewealthmastery.io/chainlink-CCIP, where you can learn all about it. Okay. How to know when to sell. This is, I saw this today, and it's a good reminder. It's a good reminder, guys, because here's the deal. Things are going to get crazy. Probably not tomorrow. Probably get a little bit crazy around a Bitcoin ETF approval, but that's not going to be the top. Wow. Yeah, no, probably not going to be the top, let's say. Right? Let's hope it's not the top. But things will probably get crazy around the Bitcoin ETF approval. Now, how do we know when the market's totally cooked and it's time to go, man, we should probably be selling? Well, the Coinbase app is a nice barometer of that. Here's an interesting little bit of information shared by Doge Toshi over here. So on October 26th, the Coinbase app, number 34 in finance, 456 for all free apps. Then just a little over a week later, up to 384 on free apps and 29 on free finance. So slowly climbing up the charts. Now, that's not a top signal. That's a signal that something's starting to brew, something's starting to happen. Now, when we see the Coinbase app get up to number 1, number 2, in the top 10, when the Coinbase app gets to the top 10, run away, sell everything and run. Not financial advice, of course. just the thoughts of a guy who's seen a few cycles play out. Let's put it that way. But truth be told, when Coinbase app hits number 1, and I think last cycle in right around the El Salvador news, when Bitcoin hit 69K, basically on the day or the day or after, something like that, within a couple days of Bitcoin hitting 69K was when Coinbase was number 1 in the App Store. It's really all you need to know. Here's an interesting one too, a little more of a esoteric, perhaps, indicator, Dogecoin. This is from I Am Jack, as he says, until one Doge is more expensive than $1, the big alt season hasn't happened and peak bull hasn't come. When it comes, slowly exit all markets. And you're going to have a lot of stuff happen until then. And a lot of people are going to fumble bags way too damn early. And, it's fine. It happens. Don't beat yourself up. If you made money, be happy. But this is the thing, is that it's tough to hold long enough to get the big money. And it's okay to exit positions because of, hey, you know what? I've given up hope on this coin or whatever it is going to be. There's a lot of reasons why I exit coins. But the truth is, the time of maximum financial opportunity is going to be at mass euphoria. When we see the Coinbase app at number 1, when we see Dogecoin going absolutely crazy, because meme coins tend to be the further end of the risk spectrum and generally more appealing to a mass retail audience who come in and there's all this stuff and they look, oh, Chainlink, that's really confusing. I don't know what that is. Like, oh, Celestia, data availability, I have no idea what that is. And then they're like, oh, coin has dog picture. I'll buy that one. That's the mentality we're dealing with here, guys. Look, no hate on meme coin lovers. I love you guys. I don't do the meme coin game myself. If you're making money off meme coins, I salute you. I completely am here for anybody who's making money. If you're making money, you're out there hustling, whatever your game is. If you're a meme coin aficionado and you're making money on that, man, do it. Like with NFTs, man. I like NFTs. I do. I've got a few, nothing crazy. But there are people out there who make crazy money on NFTs, like flipping hardcore and like going like deep into the rabbit hole of NFTs. I just didn't have patience for it, man. Wasn't interested enough in it to do that. There's a lot of games out there to play. You don't have to play every game to make money in this game. You can be an NFT degen and make money. Well, it's been a while since NFT degens have made money, but in theory, you can be. Meme coins, man, how many meme coins have gone stupidly crazy this year? We had Pepe earlier this year, and then like 300 meme coins that came after that, most of which were rug pulls and scams, but a couple of them had nice pumps. This week we've had, was it Grok? So Elon Musk, of course, launched his ChatGPT competitor called Grok. And obviously, you can't do that without expecting an immediate launch of a meme coin by the same name. Thus, Grok was born, and Grok went from, basically nothing to like $100 million market cap now, because that's what meme coins do, man. That's what meme coins do. Anyway, one final story here before we get into the Q&A session, guys. And this is a word of warning, okay? Two big words of warning for today. The first is this: Poloniex exchange has been hit with $100 million hack. That happens. The warning here: don't leave your crypto sitting on exchanges. I know you got to go in, you got to put money on to trade. I get it. Sometimes you have positions open for weeks or months. I get it. I understand that. But the majority holdings probably shouldn't be sitting on exchange. The majority of my holdings are not sitting on exchange. I've got open float on Binance basically always, right? There's always something over there on Binance. There's always something over there on BYBIT. But that's a small amount. If both those exchanges got hacked right now, and what the crypto that I had on those exchanges went to zero right now, I would be totally fine. So just keep that in mind. Exchanges are marketplaces, they're not banks. And this story as well, it's a sad story. These guys are OG Bitcoiners. They've been holding Bitcoin since like 2012 or something like that, and they got hacked. You can listen to the story. Is, obviously they used what they thought was good enough security parameters, right? They were using an online password manager that they only had the password for in their heads, and they thought that was going to be enough, and so they kept the seed stored in there. But somehow the hackers got in. Somehow the hackers found it. Never, ever, ever, I don't care how clever you think you're being, never keep your damn seed phrase online. You're just waiting for trouble. You're waiting for trouble. Safest way to do it: take one of these things called a piece of paper. Take one of these things called a pen. You write it down on that. You make 2 copies, maybe 3 if you're feeling extra paranoid. Put them somewhere safe. Laminate them. Bury them in your backyard or something. I don't know. Find a safe way to store those pieces of paper, because it's a lot safer buried in a tin can in your backyard than it's going to be sitting on your computer. Use a hardware wallet if you have any kind of amount of cryptocurrency. Use a hardware wallet. If you have more than $100 of crypto, I would say buy a hardware wallet. That's probably about the level. If you have $1,000, get a hardware wallet. You got $10,000 worth of crypto, get a hardware wallet. You got $100,000 worth of crypto, get a hardware wallet. You have $1 million worth of crypto, get a freaking hardware wallet. Come on, guys. They're like $100 to buy. Like, I know, it's $100. You gotta have a hardware wallet, $100 worth of Bitcoin. But if you don't have the hardware wallet, you don't have the $100 worth of Bitcoin, because somebody hacks it and steals it, and then you have nothing. It's not a great proposition. Take your security very seriously, because you have to remember it is somebody's full-time job trying to steal your shit. And it's only your part-time job trying to secure them, right? So remember what you're up against. There's whole rooms filled with people trying to steal your money all day long in crypto. That's crazy, but it's true. So there's little things that you can do to basically stop that process from being able to happen. One of those is having a hardware wallet. Of course, only bought from a trusted source. Don't buy hardware wallets from non-trusted sources. Don't buy a secondhand one off of Amazon or some crap like that. If you want to get a hardware wallet, you go straight to the Ledger website. You go straight to the Trezor website. You go straight to the whatever other brand you want to buy's website. You buy it there. Simple. Okay. Public service announcement over, guys. I want you to be safe. I want you to get rich as heck. I was gonna say the more serious word, but I want to keep these streams kid friendly. Let's say I want you guys to succeed in crypto. I really do. This is the coming market. It's such a big opportunity. And if you get hacked today and you lose all your damn crypto, like, you're not going to be able to participate in that. And I want you to participate in that. I want you to be here for that. I want you to be here and make the life-changing money to reach your financial goals, to retire early if you want to retire early, to buy the better house for your family, retire your parents, whatever the heck your goal is. I want that for you. And if you don't take your security seriously, well, someone else is going to get that for themselves by stealing your shit. So, Anyway, there we go. Let's do some questions, guys. Let's open up the floor. Let's do some questions. Of course, my favorite part of the chat. Let's chat for 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We'll see how we go. What questions do you guys have for me for today? I've seen some great ones coming in here throughout the stream. Where are we at? Okay. Ivan asks, will I get rich from Shiba? Probably not. Realistically, not financial advice. I don't know what you're doing with that. Maybe you're leveraging it or something like that. I don't know. Look, Shiba, Dogecoin, there's definitely opportunity to make money on those coins at this point, but you have to realize they're big cap coins now. The people who lived the dream, right, and got super mega instant rich off of things like Shiba Inu. I mean, Shiba Inu is a $5 billion market cap coin. What's the best you're hoping on that? 20x? Peak top of the bull market, things go crazy. Yeah, man, I bet 20x. I'm not saying it's gonna do a 20x. I'm just saying, what's the actual potential gain there, right? I guess if you put in $5,000, 20x, if that happens, 100 grand. I mean, that's great. Is that rich? I don't know. I don't know what number is going to be for you, but if you're looking for that, oh my gosh, I put in $50 and turned into a billionaire, those days are past. Long gone with Shiba Inu. Not going to repeat. Maybe there will be another one that comes out, another meme coin that you can find when it's at $5,000 market cap or $10,000 market cap. If you're one of the 5 guys in a chat room at that particular second in time, good luck. Good luck. Okay, where are we at? Ivan says I have $33,000 in Shiba. Well, you might make a pretty chunk of money off that if it goes up, but don't forget to take profits, my man. Okay, where are we at? Lauro asks, are you going to be staking your link in 15 days? Probably, but I need to look into that. I will definitely look to stake Link. This thing is very attractive to get some Chainlink staking. Although the one thing that may make me apprehensive to do it would be if there's a 12-month lock on it or something like that. I haven't looked in depth enough to it. I've been on holiday for 6 weeks, so I haven't had a chance to read about the ins and outs of the upcoming Chainlink staking. I'll be diving into that soon, but in theory, yes, but with some caveats, let's say. Mark asks, is Robinhood a safe place to hold your crypto? I mean, not really. They can get hacked like anyone else. Now, I don't know. Does Robinhood allow you to hold your private keys? Probably not. But if they did, yeah, okay, maybe. I don't know if there's a Robinhood wallet. I don't use Robinhood, so I'm not fully aware of the services that they offer. But if they're operating like a regular exchange where you basically put your US dollars in and you just buy some Bitcoin on their app and leave it sitting there, well, if Robinhood ever gets hacked, your crypto's gone. I don't know what safeguards they have in place to repay investors or anything like that. But you don't really own your crypto when it's on Robinhood. Robinhood owns your crypto. Okay. Where are we up to? Peyton asks, are you taking profits right now on altcoins? No, I'm not. Well, I didn't have any Solana. Chainlink, I'm not. No way. Look, if Chainlink goes back down, I'll just buy some more because I feel like for this cycle, Chainlink has shown huge strength. I think the narrative is definitely there. And, it's going to go up to 100, 150 bucks, something like that, maybe more. I don't know. I don't need to sell my Chainlink right now. I'm going to hold it, let it play out, right? I could sell it now for a 2x. Yay. But I think it will go much higher than a 2x personally. So I'm waiting. Selling your Chainlink before it even reaches the previous high. I don't know, man. I feel like there's a lot more potential here for that. There's a lot more potential. Think about this. Previous high for Chainlink, 55 bucks. It'll go to 55 bucks again, and it will go past 55 bucks. See, last cycle, I think a mistake a lot of people made was they sold. There was a lot of selling activity when coins started hitting their previous highs again. So people would sell when they'd get to break even, not necessarily at the previous high. So let's say I don't know, Cardano as an example, right? So let's say there are a lot of people who bought Cardano for 50 cents. So those people sold at 50 cents, they bought at 50 cents in January 2018 and held it down to 2 cents, and they wrote it back up and they sold a break even. They're like, I want out. And then, of course, it went on to $3. So they missed out on actually making money on that coin. Same will happen again. Okay, where are we up to? Brandon asks, how bullish should we be with these high interest rates and world conflicts happening? It's interesting. It's a very interesting question, Brandon, because the macro has been obviously troublesome for a long time. But World War III has not yet broken out. And I know there's a lot of doom and gloom on social media. But look, conflict has been happening in the Middle East for a very long time. And none of that has, well, unless there's nuclear war. If there's nuclear war, I think we have bigger problems than the price of our internet coins. But look, high interest rates are not awesome, but high interest rate environments have also seen high market performance environments. We've covered that here on the channel before. The times in recent history when we have had high interest rates and markets have then rallied higher. Interest rate cuts will come. Hopefully that doesn't happen in the middle of a horrible recession. Probably not going to be great for the price of many assets. But right now we are seeing a very specific event playing out in crypto where we have the Bitcoin halving coming up. We have Bitcoin ETFs coming up. We have Ethereum spot ETFs coming up. All kinds of stuff going on. All kinds of stuff going on here, guys. So lots of big moves happening and in the crypto space, and high interest rates, it's not keeping people out of the crypto right now, is it? People are looking for opportunity. World conflict happening. Sounds like a great time to own Bitcoin. People are paying attention. Pew pew poom. I wasn't done stacking Link and Sol. Prices take off, man. I had some notes sitting around about things I wanted to do when I got back from holiday, and those opportunities are long past now. It's okay. Family time is important. There will always be more money to be made later, without a doubt. But some of those things are like, I had the right idea. I waited. I shouldn't have waited. Should have got on the computer, done the things. Anyway, that's fine. Where are we up to now? Peyton says, are you taking profits right now? I'm not taking profits right now. I think you asked a similar question a minute ago. Yep, not taking profits at the moment. Where are we at here? I think I'm pretty far behind in the comments. All right, let's screw up a little bit here. Lark, how do you feel about Arkless wallet? Literally never heard of it. Never heard of it. If it's a software wallet, be careful. Get yourself a hardware wallet from a respected industry name like Ledger or Trezor would be my thought. How do you protect your hardware wallet and seed phrase through a war? Well, the interesting thing is now you only need to remember 12 words. If you can remember 12 words, you can take your crypto wallet with you anywhere in the world. That's a pretty powerful thing. Cross borders, whatever, but you have to remember the 12 words, right? I don't know, get them tattooed in your body or something. It's probably not able to chop your arm off them, but you know what I'm saying, guys. You got 12 words. Find a way to remember them. Find a way to, covertly move that around the world. There's methods if you start thinking about it very cleverly. Hardware wallet. Remember, the hardware wallet is it's a key, right? That's a key to your blockchain data entries, right? Your crypto is not actually on that little device. So you don't need to worry about protecting your hardware wallet per se, but the 12-word phrase that you input into the hardware wallet, which then opens up the blockchain to where your assets are. So actually, in a world of increasing geopolitical uncertainty, being able to move $1 billion across borders by remembering 12 words in your head is a pretty powerful thing, if you ask me. Okay, where are we up to now? Avalanche, do you think Dogecoin will go back to 20 cents? I mean, absolutely. That's, again, never financial advice, guys. Don't trade off me. Just making a random comment on Dogecoin here. But look, Dogecoin, for better or worse, has remained very, very popular throughout time. And it is not going away. And it will likely come back and reach new all-time highs with other assets in the market because it's simply one of those assets that sticks around, Dave, it's a good comment, Dave. Like I said earlier, happy to see Link and Soul rise, but regret that I didn't buy more. Yeah, that's always. I was thinking about the other day too. I bought a big bag of Chainlink, but I was looking at it, I was like, I should have bought more Chainlink. Gosh darn, guys. Okay. Where are we up to next here? Doug Johnson asks, how do you mitigate risk with staking? Do you trust staking on Ledger, Exodus, etc.? Exodus, Exodus is a hot wallet. And I've just heard there's just been too many damn stories of people losing their money on hot wallets. I'm not saying specifically about Exodus, right? Hot wallets in general. Get a Ledger, man. Get a Ledger, get a Trezor, stake through there. When you're staking through the hardware wallet, it's the safest way to do it. Obviously. So yeah, that's mitigating risk is really getting a hardware wallet. Don't use the software wallets, guys. They're fine for small, put $100 on there playing around or farming airdrops or something like that. But if you have any serious amount of money in crypto, you want to put it on a hardware wallet. John, every influencer talks about the 100x coins, but we, the plebs, never get the tip until the token has only 10x left in the tank. It hurts. Yeah, I know what you're saying, man. And look, there are some coins in the top 100 per se that honestly, there's still huge potential in those coins, and some of those could actually 100x. I don't know how crazy the cycle gets in this bull market, and I don't want to make overly grandiose predictions, but the reality is it's the low caps. Those are the ones that are going to 100x. We're looking at things under $50 million market caps. And, for perspective, there are some coins last cycle that were, under the 100 million, and they 100x'd from there. Now, look, last cycle, I talked all kinds of low cap stuff, guys, all kinds of low cap stuff. And look, I would love to talk more about, very low cap coins to you guys on a regular basis. But the truth is that it's just too damn problematic for me, for you. I talk about something. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, well, it's very problematic, right? Because people lose a lot of money and they don't know how to manage risk. And, it's, yeah. I would love to talk about low caps here on the channel. I would. But the problem is my platform's too big and I don't want to be pumping these coins or anything like that, guys, or getting people in situations where they just run and ape into things without even thinking about them, which unfortunately, I know most of you guys, especially the guys who are here now, right? If you're here now in this market, you are the ones who have been hanging out through the bear market, doing the research, putting in the hard work. But the truth is, a lot of people don't do the hard work. They don't do the research. If I talk about something and say, hey guys, I think this is interesting, this is a starting point. Maybe you didn't hear about this thing before, go check it out. No. Oh, Lark mentioned something for 2 minutes. I'm going to go put my life savings in it right now because I heard him talk about it for 90 seconds on a YouTube video. Boom. So, yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. I know we all want to get the 100x coin. Look, realistically, a lot of people talk a lot of shit, man. And a lot of people that say they're getting 100x gains are not getting 100x gains, or they're not getting the full 100x gains. Maybe they kept a tiny percentage of their portfolio or in a bag that goes up by 100x, right? 100x's are pretty rare. I've only had a couple of them because you sell things beforehand, man. You get 30, 40x. Like, wow, that's pretty good. Maybe I'll take some money off the table now. Anyway, just some thoughts there for you. Where are we up to now? Ray. Soul Bull Run target, and where are you from? Soul Bull Run target. I have not done enough thinking about it. I know Solana has been the coin recently, and again, I missed family time's very important, guys. All the money in the world can't buy the family time, and I really, in spite of the fact I did record some video for you guys, well, the kids were sleeping and stuff like that. I guess I should have been trading instead. Anyway, I for me, trading, I really have to have the time to be in the mental frame for it. Like, I've got to sit down, think about it, acquaint myself with the charts, obsess over the charts, think about it, Put the time into it. It's a process. You can't rush it. For me, anyway. I don't know. Other people, they can just YOLO stuff, and that's fine. If that's your strategy, it's all good too. For me, it's different. And so, I've been watching the Sol rally go on recently. Like, damn, I thought a few times I should probably throw a trade in there, but like, no, I actually need to sit down and think about it and look at the charts and figure out how I want to play that. I didn't get around to getting the time to do that. So conversely, I still don't have a bull run target, man. I don't have a price prediction for Solana, but I can definitely say that the strength has been there, and I feel like there's a huge groundswell of support behind Solana. So would not be one to fade in the coming bull market. How high it goes, I don't know. But beyond the previous all-time high, yeah. Is that going to happen overnight? No. There you go. Where are we at? ADA prediction. Oh, let's see here. A lot of great questions here today, guys. You guys are just bringing out the great questions, 100%. That's what, Illuvium price prediction. People were buying for 1,600, but all we have is drill. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Now the game's close to being done. Looks great. 10K this cycle because of revenue distribution. Said IMO 3,000 ILV minimum. I was actually thinking about this the other day. I bought some more Illuvium the other day, and I was thinking about this, saying, man, even if it just goes back to the previous all-time high, like buying right now is like almost a 20x, something like that. It's like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But then you look at the game, like that game looks pretty tight, man. It's a pretty tight game. I don't know. Like I said in my video about when I'm going to sell, it's not so much about the number. And if you get wedded to a number, you're probably going to get into trouble. Like, let's say your $10,000 number here. Maybe that happens. I mean, I'm here for it if it happens, bro. Like, yeah, yes. But here's the problem with a $10,000 number. What if it doesn't happen? What if the number gets up to 7,500, right? You're like, that's a big number. I'm waiting for 10K. And it doesn't come. And you round trip the whole thing. And next bear market, it's down at $300-400 or something like that. And you had millions in profits. You didn't take them because you got wedded to a number. Now, I say that because I've made that mistake. When Bitcoin was 69K, I had convinced myself through bull euphoria it was going to 100K. Did not go to 100K. Spoiler alert, didn't go to 100K. I am much more convinced by the focus on the sentiment versus the number. Don't focus on the big number. That can get you in trouble. Watch the market. When you start getting the calls from old friends, danger zone. When you see Coinbase app at number one, danger zone. When you see NFTs going for $10 million, danger zone. Stuff like that, right? That's a more powerful indicator, in my opinion, of when to exit a position versus just let's hope it goes up to this number. But yes, I believe gaming is going to be freaking massive, by the way, guys. So there you go. Redox here for some reason thinks that I hate Cardano. Hey, what is up with you Cardano guys? Some of these Cardano guys, man. Oh, why would anyone think I hate Cardano, man? You guys, I made a truckload of money off. I love Cardano. I like Charles Hoskinson. Nothing to hate about Cardano. Now, you can have criticisms of a cryptocurrency, and I have criticisms of Ethereum. I have criticisms of Solana. I have criticisms of Cardano, and right down the line. You can have a criticism of something and not hate it. I know that's a crazy concept. You don't have to 100% love something. And actually, I think as investors, it's a sign of investor maturity that you can actually look at your investment. Like, look, I've got a giant bag of Ethereum. Let's just trash Ethereum here for a minute. I have a giant bag of Ethereum. I love my Ethereum. Ethereum fees suck balls, man. Come on. They have not fixed the fee problem yet. You guys know when the market starts going crazy again, that Ethereum's fee, it's going to cost me like $100 to use Uniswap again. It's going to cost me $50 to bridge assets from the main Ethereum chain over to layer 2. If I need to do a smart contract interaction on like MakerDAO, it's going to cost like $500. That's horrific. What? That's major criticism of Ethereum. And yet I hold a giant bag. So you can have criticisms of coins and not hate them. I don't really hate any coins. I don't care. If you're making money off coins, again, I celebrate you guys. I can have my criticisms. And if you're making money off coins, get it. Get that cheddar, guys. And just because I don't own something doesn't mean that I hate that coin. I love Cardano, man. Cardano made me a bunch of money. Great coin. Great coin. I like Charles. Charles is a cool cat. All right, where are we up to? One more question, and we're going to finish up for today, guys. You guys, man, this is just like the amount of incredibly great questions here are awesome. Absolutely awesome, guys. I love it. I love it. So many great questions today. Thank you, sir. All these amazing, amazing questions. Amazing questions here today. Absolutely great stuff. Oh, here we go. This is a good one, by the way. Just a quick note. We'll still answer one more question. But I hate CCP says, just sell the day at the NY Times as a front page on crypto. Yeah, they tend to mark the tops and the bottoms, don't they? They usually do. You know, crypto's the new paradigm of money at the top, and they usually do Bitcoin's dead near the bottom. We're up to one final question for today. Well, this will finish on as a thought. It's not so much a question, but a good point here by Andre. Anyone, whatever the top performers have been for the past week, are going to be the ones you want to bet on. Let your winners ride. The trend is your friend, and that's a good statement, because the reality is this early market action is really showing which are the early movers that are getting strength. Look, there's going to be new shiny things coming. 100%. Like Celestia just launched, new shiny thing, interesting coin. Don't have it. Well, actually, I guess I do have some from the airdrop. I have a few coins from the airdrop. Different story. Anyway, I've got bugger all, let's say. But the strength, the market likes strength, and we are seeing strength form up in the market. And the strong coins create narrative, because price goes up and more people get interested. Price goes up more people get interested. So watch the ones that have strength. Watch the ones that are being the winners. Now be careful, because you're going to see like low cap coins pump like crazy out of nowhere. That's orchestrated BS from whales, man. But when you see some of these big coins that we know are the builders, again, we've talked about all this stuff in the stream, right? The ones that are the big builders, the ones that have the narratives, the ones that have been forming up that stuff. That's where the strength is. And the market continues to follow strength. It's just human nature. We follow strength, and we follow strength of markets. Okay, that is it for today. Eddie, grow that hair out for the bull run, Lark. Nah, I like the clean cut, man. I'm sold on it. Not going to grow the hair out again until, I don't know. Maybe I won't. I'll just lose it. It'll be like this to lose it. Anyway, thank you guys for the great stream today. You guys are awesome. I love you so much. Thank you for coming to the stream. And we'll be doing this again in 2 days' time. I'll see you there. Peace.